in the wild heart of Dartmoor, near the village of Poundsgate in South Devon, where ancient tors rise like sentinels and the moorland stretches beneath a restless sky. A haunting legend once held sway, a belief, strong until 1973, that ghostly white horses gallop through the village from Beltor Road on certain nights of the year. These spectral steeds charge across the rugged expanse to Beltor Rock, a jagged outcrop overlooking the Dart Valley, where they plunge to their doom, their thunderous hooves a whisper of the past. Though unseen in recent decades, their galloping echoes have been heard anew, a ghostly cavalcade haunting Dartmoor's shadowed lanes. A tale of lost souls and timeless flight etched into South Devon's wild embrace. The story begins in the late 17th century, during the reign of William and Mary, when Poundsgate was a scattering of stone cottages and muddy tracks, its folk bound to the rhythms of sheep and tin. In 1695, a band of drovers, 5 brothers named Taverner, worked the moor, herding cattle and horses across its treacherous paths. Known for their skill and their white steeds' 5 mares of gleaming coat, bred for strength and speed, the Taverners were a fixture of Dartmoor life, their laughter a rare warmth against the moor's chill. On a stormy October night, they drove a herd from Tavistock toward Exeter, their white horses leading the way along Beltor Road, a narrow lane threading through Poundsgate to the moor's edge. The storm worsened as they neared Beltor Rock, a towering granite slab perched above a steep drop into the valley below, rain lashing their cloaks, lightning splitting the sky. The cattle panicked, bolting toward the cliff. The Taverners spurred their mares to head them off, their shouts drowned by thunder. In the chaos, the ground gave way. The edge of Beltor Rock crumbled beneath the horses' hooves, and all 5 brothers and their white steeds plunged into the abyss, their bodies shattered on the rocks below, the herd lost with them. Villagers found the wreckage at dawn, a grim tableau of broken men and horses, buried in a mass grave near Poundsgate churchyard, under a simple stone yet. Their spirits, legend whispered, could not rest, bound to Dartmoor by their fatal charge. By 1700, the haunting began on moonless nights in October, the month of their doom. Villagers heard the gallop of hooves thundering from Beltor Road through Poundsgate, a spectral cavalcade of white horses charging across the moor to Beltor Rock, where their echoes faded into the wind. Seen at dusk or midnight, their gleaming forms shimmered like mist, their manes streaming as they plunged from the rock, vanishing into the void. In 1715, a shepherd named Elias Drayton, tending his flock near Beltor Road at twilight, glimpsed them 5 white horses galloping through the village, their riders unseen, his lantern trembling as they charged to the rock and disappeared, his tail a shiver at the Poundsgate Inn. The belief grew through the centuries, the white horses of Dartmoor, a ghostly herd tied to the Taverner's fate, their gallops a ritual on stormy October nights. In 1756, a dairymaid named Susan Day, fetching water near the village at dusk, heard their hooves, a thunderous echo, then saw them through the mist, white and gleaming, charging across the moor to Beltor Rock, plunging into silence, her pail clattering as she fled. By the 19th century, the legend was a fixture. Villagers marked October with candles at their doors, a quiet plea to appease the spectral steeds, their gallops a caution to those who roamed Dartmoor after dark. In 1879, a curate named Adam Insull, preaching at St. John's in Poundsgate, stood watch near Beltor Road. On an October night, the hooves thundered at midnight, 5 white horses shimmering in the dark, his cross steady as they charged to the rock and vanished, his journal noting only, "A herd runs to its doom eternal." In 1953, a farmer named William Fraser, tending sheep near the moor at dusk, heard their gallop a distant rumble, then saw them briefly, white forms racing to Beltor Rock, his dogs whining as they plunged, his tale a whisper among Dartmoor's folk. The belief held strong until 1973, when modernity crept into Poundsgate. Electric lights dimmed the moor's shadows, and skepticism softened the village's dread. Sightings faded the white horses unseen, their legend a relic, though their gallops lingered in memory. In 1979, a rambler named Julie Gillette, hiking near Beltor Road at twilight in October, heard their hooves a thunderous echo through the village, her breath catching as the sound charged across the moor to Beltor Rock. Fading into the wind, her story a quiet. In 1995, a local historian named Emily Lynch, researching Dartmoor tales, camped near the rock on an October night. She heard the gallop at midnight. A distant rumble, no horses appeared, but the air trembled with their charge, her notebook shaking as she traced their path. By the late 20th century, the white horses were a haunting whisper, unseen since 1973, yet heard on stormy nights, a spectral echo of the taverner's doom. In 2010, a shepherd, tending his flock near Poundsgate at dusk, heard their gallop. A faint thunder from Beltor Road, his sheep scattering as it crossed the moor to Beltor Rock. Fading into silence, his tale a shiver among the villagers. Today, Poundsgate stands near Dartmoor, its lanes quiet, Beltor Rock a jagged sentinel above the valley. On moonless October nights, some hear hooves a ghostly charge from Beltor Road to the rock, the white horses of Dartmoor, galloping through South Devon's wild heart, plunging to their doom eternal. Many thanks for treading this tale's dark path. If its chill gripped you, follow, subscribe, and comment below.